Hello everyone, welcome back to Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. Today we're going to be continuing this base, but first of all, can anyone explain why my grand heart is just laying here, broken on the floor? Now mind you, it should not be doing that. It should just be standing like this. Off camera, I did do some grinding, so we got a bunch of adamant. This will hopefully allow us to build a decent chunk of the base. I specifically want to get this dining hall done today. And since last time, the developers revealed a little more information about the upcoming update that should be releasing this month. Sadly though, building-wise, we only seem to be getting new chests, which I guess is good because these chests are small and we're going to get way bigger ones. So I suppose on that front it's good. We're also getting a bunch of fixes, which is something the game surely needs. And endgame is going to be changed a little bit, so it'll be a bit easier. Well, easier to navigate, apparently. Which got many complaints about that in the comments, so it's good that they address that. Also, one of you suggested to replace this little border here with walls. These walls, because apparently they slot in a bit better. But after having this for a little while, I actually quite like the look of this. I don't know why, I just kind of wish we could have it over here and extend it a bit. But sadly, that does not seem to want to clip that well. Alright, without any further ado, let's continue creating this wall to check out the outline that we want. Now, if we place down the narrow wall here, does that fit? Oh my goodness, that actually fits perfectly here. Can we clip these into each other without it looking weird? That middle section sure looks kind of odd. I had a plan of making the crafting room around this area, and then we could have the forge area over here, and then we can have the actual living compartment above it. This is definitely gonna stay open, this area here with the hearth. It just has to be, pretty much. So we're also gonna need a way up, of course, so we should probably put that in first. Yeah, this could lead to quite a bit of problems, not gonna lie. It already is, isn't it? Yep. Alright, I got another plan cooking. Well, after we got, like, the main floors and walls into place, this should be rather easy. Alright, so now that we have the staircase in place, or do we? No, we don't. Right, because we learned from my little testing that we actually need some sort of small wall under here. And well, let me tell you, it is quite the pain in the ass. Alright, there we go. We should be able to walk on this. Yep. And now we should be able to place down stairs. What I really don't like though is that we have a wood tile, similar to stone tiles, but we don't have this smoother wood looking tile. Or is this just gonna work without messing up completely? Yeah, actually you cannot see, from the top at least, that there's anything going on, like there's two inside of each other. The bottom? Well, the bottom looks a little funky, but you could say that's extra design. And then we just place down a railing, and everything should be good. I was gonna place a banister on this one as well. Actually, I am surprised that this still kinda works. It is just a bit messed up over here. Alright, for this section here, I do think I want to have a... Never mind. I was like, I want to have a pillar here, but that does not seem to work as well, so it's gonna have to be a wall. Which doesn't play the best with our fence lining here. Alright, getting that railing into place was a lot more work than probably was necessary. Now let's hope that this actually lines up somewhat decently. Funny enough, I think we can actually do this. It does seem to be stable enough. I am quite surprised that I'm able to place that wall down though. Well anyway, let's build up this section here, all the way up to the roof. And the cool thing would be if we can have a arch over here. Annoyingly enough though, I think these blockades are the only thing that work. Alright, now we're going to have another fun part. We're going to have to place down the ceiling. I think I'm going to do that with the same wood as we got right here, because the underside has quite the nice pattern, as long as you don't look at that. The thing I don't fully understand though is why these platforms don't really want to be placed nicely. Like the floors I can kind of understand. The building physics are kind of wonky. You have to be standing in like the perfect spot. But honestly, these platforms, they shouldn't be as red as they are in most areas. Like... here, for example, they should be easily be able to lock on. I just don't understand why they can't. You know, while building this, I also kind of forgot that some of these walls probably need to become windows. So before we place too much down, let's really quickly do that. Just so things don't really collapse. Although I'm pretty sure those aren't even counted as support structures now anyway. Yep, that's what I meant. Why the heck are you sticking out, my man? I don't understand, but I guess it doesn't matter anyway, because eventually there'll be a wall there. I can't seem to get this window on the exact level that the wall is. There's like many different like lock-in points, I think, on this building. We run yet into another problem with this corner here. This corner doesn't seem to be stable enough for some reason. Yeah, see, it has the same support structure as the rest here. Okay, well then it wants to do it, and you know what? I'm not gonna question it. It works, we fixed it. Wait, actually, no, that did not fix it. Because now that side is higher. You know what? It's all gonna have a roof over it anyway, and this can have a ceiling, and that ceiling can go nicely right under that. Alright, I think I got the floor in there, the ceiling. It doesn't seem to be sticking out, that is good. Getting it in the right position though was kind of a pain, and I don't want to sound too negative about the game, because I do really love the game, but it really has so many like minor annoyances that just build up way too much. Alright, so that's what this is going to look like for now. This is going to have a ceiling that extends to here, so it's going to be as tall as that. This is going to cut off here, so there's going to be a wall here. Well, we run into another issue. I ran out of some wood. This place looks like such a mess right now. But then again, this can all be fixed, of course, because this is going to be all roofed off. Something that I will be working towards right now, because it at least feels like we finished up something. You know what, yeah, I think that will work. It's gonna need some more windows over there, but that wasn't even done anyway. We might have to just place down like some sort of small sloped roof just to kind of break up the flatness of this place. I feel like though, for extra support, what we have to do is place down extra beams here as well. Alright, there we go. We got some pillars into place. This is mainly for a little bit of extra support, because I think we're gonna need that while up here. We're gonna place in this ceiling. Alright, I'm just gonna have to collect some wood, but I'll do that off camera again, because honestly this is already taking way too long. I already spent a lot of time collecting a bunch of adamant, which actually, we seem to be doing pretty good with adamant. We haven't used up that much. And basically the main structure here is standing, it just needs a proper roof. Alright, I think without any further ado, we really have to move those chests over, because they're kind of in the way right now. I've been dreading this part quite a bit, but it is kind of necessary. Honestly, the smartest thing would probably be to put them out here somewhere, because we're not really going to be building here. I'm just going to haphazardly place them for now. And I really cannot wait for the update, because these chests fill up really quick. Alright, that took nearly the entire day, and actually filled up almost all of the chests. The good thing now, though, is all of that should be out of the way, except for the masterwork things. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to keep them here, but we do have 3 different masterworks, and I think it does look kind of cool if we have them displayed like this. Well, let's face it, we're probably not really going to use them much anyway. The quarry pickaxe is kind of nice. We might use that if we ever need to mass mine again for adamant. Duran's axe is practically useless to us right now because we already broken all the seals. I guess the spear is kind of useful. That is still quite a powerful item. Now we have to turn this into some sort of like dining area. Also gonna have the oven, of course, because we're gonna need that. Have a small table next to it. This is more so for like preparing items, or at least that's what it's supposed to look like, right? Because you don't actually have that many different decorative items. Let's add a wall display here as well. And there should be a sword somewhere. I think it's still at the old house though. What I want to get here though is one of these iron swords. This one can kind of act as a knife that has hung up in the kitchen. Let's see, we also add a stove, and that actually taught us a couple new recipes, because I never made one of these. The roasting pit. Now, like I said, I wanted to make this into some sort of small kitchen area, but we might actually put the roasting pit outside, because it kind of looks like a barbecue. And the grist mill we put with the alcohol making stuff. I'll put the entire airboard set in there, so it looks like the guy's cooking. The knife up there, that is a pretty big kitchen knife, but we could act like it's a fish knife. This, I think, is where these barriers would probably come in handy, just to kind of block this off. I might just put down a pillar here too. So annoyingly, what is basically the perfect height is where he doesn't want to actually place it, because now it shows up through the floor here. So unless we wall this off or place something here, like so, it's gonna just look like that. Because this can kind of work as a divider between the kitchen and the dining area. Alright, there we go. Right, something I noticed is they don't actually have chairs in the game. There's just a bunch of stuff like that missing. A lot of decorative items like that. You know what, I might just place down a couple extra of these armor racks. And then we go and get some of the other armor sets. I'm looking at these things, at the brewery stuff. Look at how much ironwood we're gonna need for this. That's flippin' ridiculous. I'm really not looking forward to that. The salt bath. You know what? Gotta salt your steaks, am I right? We'll place that in here for now. Yo, what the hell, dude? What are you doing in my house? Alright, there we go. I got some of the armors set up and ready here. I'm really annoyed that we still don't have the Belagos helmet for some reason. Then again, I'm also pretty annoyed that making Duran's armor did not give me the achievement as it should have. I also thought there was some sort of barrel that you could fill up with beer that isn't like this bloody huge thing. But maybe that was just a in-world item, because there's this item. Actually, it would kind of work here. I know I said I didn't want to have the beer brewing stuff here, but it is a feast hall after all, so it needs some sort of access. Alright, there we go. Now we have access to this. We would need to have a chemical still nearby. Well, that is to create everything at least. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. We can just kind of place that there for now. And that should be pretty much it. Alright, I guess next up, let's start collecting a lot of the food ingredients, as well as the salt. Well, let's start organizing this stuff again. Right, these are actually different mushrooms. They have this exact same icon. So I was like, oh, why the heck do we have 2 stacks of these? But none of them are full. But one of them are the aberrant cave caps. The other one are deep mushrooms. But there we go, we got it all sorted out. So we got 2 chests filled with ingredients. And 1 chest filled with salt. Well, filled is a relative term here, I suppose. I honestly don't think we can do much more. And that's mainly because there's not as many decorative items as I thought there would be. Don't know why I thought there would be a lot, but, well, there isn't a lot. Yeah, it might be sad to say, but I think this is as far as we can get this room. The forge area is probably the next large room we're gonna have to work on. And then we are basically up and running pretty much, because it'll be the forge as well as a crafting area. And then with the storage area, I think I want to wait until the next big update. Because who knows, maybe we get lucky and there's also some extra things in there for decorations. But if anything though, we're going to get better chests, which is really good. This up here, I might just turn into a bedroom. I think we have a problem, guys. My game crashed. Yeah, it crashed alright. Well, that's, I think, a good enough place to end the episode. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.